Hello and welcome back to Jim Snedeker Music. This week I want to show you how to add notes in MuseScore. MuseScore 4. So what I've got here on the screen is a score I'm working on. You'll notice I got down to about measure, what is this, 27. And that's where I'm going to start for today's video. So the first thing I want to do is make sure my cursor is in measure 27. And you notice that it is. The next thing I want to do is turn on note entry. So I have choices. I'm going to use the N key. However, you could also take your mouse up here, and click on that if you like. But I'm using the mouse key. The next thing I need to do is take, not only I know the notes I want to use, I have a D7 chord here for this particular phrase of notes. The next thing, however, I need to do after I know what notes I'm going to put in here is I need to choose their value. So for this particular measure, I'm going to make a dotted half note. So I know that a half note is 6, and I go ahead and I type my 6, or you could click the half note, and then I come over here and I click my dot because I want to make it a dotted half note. I want to make it 3 beats. Now I have a MIDI keyboard hooked up to my computer, and I can just play the notes, or you could take your mouse and you could click on each one all the way up and down. I'm going to play the ones I want, and that's what I got. Now you'll notice that it's a D, an F sharp, and a C. The A for the chord is up here. So I've got a D7 chord. You'll also notice it's 3 beats. I want you to realize I turned off the note entry. Okay, you'll notice this is not highlighted anymore. I turned that off because I want to go over here and replace my cursor in this rest. First thing I want to do is tie some notes, right? What I want to do, just to let you know, is I'm going to put a G chord on this B note right here. But before I do that, I want to put an 8th note, same notes here, and then I'm going to tie those. To show you how that works, I'm going to move my cursor. I'm going to go up here. I know that a 4 note is an 8th note, or you could click on it. Now, I'm going to go here and do the same drill. I'm going to turn on my N for note entry. I'm going to come up to my keyboard, but you could do it. You could click on the keyboard, the keys on the keyboard at the bottom of the screen, or with your MIDI keyboard, you could play that same note. Now you'll notice I've got a turning off the N. I'm turning off the note entry because I don't want any notes dropped in here by accident. Hi, thanks for hanging out with me today. I've got a free gift for you. So make sure you either click the link in the description or click that little banner in the top of the screen. You'll notice I have an 8th rest. The next thing I want to do is I want to tie these notes. So I'm going to highlight this C natural. I'm going to come up here to the tie icon. I'm going to do that with all of these. Okay. Let's do that again here. Okay, I've got a tie there. I'm going to go to the D note. I'm going to click on the D and then click on the tie. So now you see that I have this D7 chord extending 3.5 beats. Okay, the next chord I want to put in here is a G. And I want that G to last, I'm going to go right here with 4.5 beats, but on where that 8th rest is, I'll want to put a eighth note. So first, I'm going to move my cursor. There's my cursor. You see how up at the top, it knows enough to say, oh, there's only an eighth note value space left in that measure. So it knows that much. Now, in order to get that to work for my G, I'm going to play G notes. I'm going to turn on my note entry, right? I have my keyboard attached, and I'm going to do G. It's actually a second inversion G, just an eighth note. So I've got G, D, G, and B. Now, what I want here is I'd like to go with a whole note. So I'm going to go up here and click a whole note. I'm going to come down here. It's all ready to go. I want to use these same notes. Okay, they're there. I'm going to turn off note entry. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to, with each note on the left, I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click tie, and it ties. And then I'll go to the G note on the left. And then it'll tie, and then I'll go to the D note. So that's how you can put notes, add notes to your MuseScore 4 score, the one you're working on. I find that rarely do I finish a score in one setting, so I'm constantly coming back here and adding to it. Plus, I'll take some time to work out the note values and the chords separately from actually keying them in. So I hope that's helpful. It was just a few minutes to show you how to add notes in MuseScore 4.